Hello everyone. Today I'm doing this very, very awkward vlog on the word retarded because I think out of everything, that's basically the word that pisses me off the most. Because as most of you know, I do have an autistic brother, so that would be why. So of course everyone argues that saying retarded is okay because that is the correct term, which it is not, because the reason it originated is because people always said that someone was retarded because their writing was slow or their thinking was slow, because everyone who took French knows that un retard means that you're late or you're slow. So just the fact that some people with autism had some things that were slower than most people, they were just called retards, which isn't true because some people with autism, they write too fast, or they think too fast, or they talk too fast, which is why they're so confusing sometimes. So first off, that's completely incorrect, and just the fact that it's stuck there, sort of like how Indians stuck there instead of First Nations, even though it was outrageously incorrect, it's just one of those crazy things that should have been fixed a long time ago. So even though retard is the wrong word, in all the movies that you see, I think the only show that you would see that said the N-word would probably be South Park, just because it's the rudest show out there. But in so many movies and in so many shows, the word retard is used, all the time, just because it's not known well enough how offensive it is. So of course people think that it's okay, because that is the original term, but everything racist is usually the original term. Like calling someone a Jew is now racist because it's used in that way, even though they're Jewish, so it's obviously where it came from, so it shouldn't be that bad. Or calling someone an albino is rude, even though they have albinism. So it doesn't matter that it originated from what it should be. It's just the way it's used. If my friend runs into a tree, I'm gonna call them a retard just because they did something so stupid. And even though that's not correct either, that's fine, because you're not using it against someone who's actually autistic. But if a kid walks into a restaurant who's mentally challenged and you point at him and say, "Look at that retarded kid," that's gonna be prejudice. That's gonna be so rude, and no one should ever do that. That's just ignorant. And especially in our school, how people just call that help room the retard room. Even if autistic kids were called retards, that's wrong in the first place, because there's people with Down syndrome, there's people with alcohol syndrome, there's those lazy kids who always skip school, so they're just stuck in there, people with dyslexia, so that's just the most ignorant thing ever, just because that's not true at all. And the most trouble you get in if you call it the retard room is a little glare from a teacher, you don't even get to send the office or anything. So of course, no one's gonna even care if they say it, because it's not really a big deal. It's all over TV, it's no one even knows. So of course, growing up with someone autistic, I know that is prejudice. I know that it's stupid to say that. And just the fact that people don't understand is why it's never fixed. So if I see my brother talking to himself, I don't think, "Oh my god, there's a retard kid over there planning to kill someone or jump off a bridge." I know that he has a skit stuck in his head from a movie that he watched, and instead of us who just think of it, he just says it out loud. So he's not really harming anyone. But basically, retard is a prejudice word. No one should say it unless, of course, it's referring to something that isn't related to autistic people, just as you can call your skinny friend fat and it won't matter. It's exactly that way. You just don't ever use it in relation to an actual autistic kid, doing all those retard impressions, "Oh, I'm messing around," that's rude. Even though it's funny, it's really rude, because even when my brother, who is autistic, watches those videos, he laughs, because he thinks that you're just being stupid, because of course he would never do that. He doesn't go around in a wheelchair and just slur his words, and there's so many autistic kids out there that aren't even close to that at all, and they just laugh at people when they do that. So just as long as people know that that's such a stupid thing to do, and that the word retarded is retarded, and it should never be used, then I think I've completed my goal for today.